Okie dokie. Hi everyone, it's Soul Tribe Huddle and it is the 29th, oh my goodness, of May. I just realised it's the last 2 days of the month, tomorrow and Friday. So hey Tammy, nice for you to join us, beautiful. And everyone, and I've said it on my post today, but I'm just so blown away with the amount of heart that has gone into this end of month hustle. It's really, really beautiful to see so many people really wanting to support each other, wanting to help customers, wanting to help their team, support their team. It's really beautiful to see. So I just want to talk a little bit about that. I'd rather do gallery view. I'm not actually going to go to speaker view because I don't really want to be looking at my face. I'd rather look at all of you guys, so then it's not so weird. I feel like I'm talking with you. So I just want to talk a little bit about end of month hustle and what hustling with heart means, because the last thing we want you to do is to be going out there and grabbing customers, grabbing team and just making them, like, it's got to come from the heart. We don't want you to be all about the money, all about getting a promotion, all about getting money in your bank account. We want this to be about how can we help other people? How can we actually improve their lives? So the best way to hustle with heart is to come from your heart space and to actually think about them and what their needs are. And the best way that we can do this is by asking questions and supporting them where they're at. So thinking about where are they at the moment? What is it? Where are their needs at? So what I really like to do is at the end of every month, often what I will do is I will go through and whatever interest that I have in either the business or in the product, I will go through and I will send them all a heartfelt message. And it can be something like this. It can be, hey, whoever, I hope you're having a great day. I know we haven't connected for a wee while, and I just talk about, hey, I know that you were interested in looking at the business, or that you were interested in capsules, or looking at the program to help improve your health, whatever it is relatable to them. Say they were asking about energy, or they were asking about joint pain, that you were looking to improve your joint pain, or you were looking to improve your energy. Is this something that you're still interested in? I'm actually popping in some orders for end of the month, and I just thought of you and thought that if you're still interested, then I'm happy to pop your order through. It's okay if you're not. So the important thing is to always give them an out and always check in with them. Is this something they're still interested in? So you don't want to say, when can I put your order in? It's more about asking them about, is this the right time for them? Are they happy to do this? And then giving them an out. So it's okay if you're no longer interested. No pressure at all. I just wanted to check in and make sure, just let me know either way. So just a simple message where you're checking in and you're being supportive. So you're coming from a supportive place rather than a desperate place where, oh my God, I need this, I need your order. I really need you to order because I need this promotion, or I need to have more pay in my account next month. So when you come at it from, okay, how can I help this person? They're going to feel that energy. And so they're more likely to reciprocate that because they will feel that. And you're more likely to actually get orders or get team. So the other really important part of that is that you're actually putting it out there, but then you're not getting into that place where you're going, please, I've got to get a customer, I've got to get a teamie, I've got to get my team to, get their promotion or get customers. So you're not coming from a desperate place. You're doing the work, so you're doing the work and you're actually visualizing it happening and allowing that the natural process, the law of attraction, to do its work for you. So you're still in action, and that's something I'm going to talk about a little bit again tonight too, about how this all works. Hi Hazel, nice to see you, beautiful. But you're actually, so you're doing both. You're doing the work, but you're coming from a heart place. You're not coming from a place of desperation. Remember that they need this, you don't need them. So they need the product or they need the business more than you need them. Because at the end of the day, when you're stuck in a desperate place, you are not going to get anything. You're going to get exactly the same back. So you're putting out that desperation vibe. You're only going to get that desperation feeling staying with you, and nothing is going to come to you because you're not in alignment. You're not in the right place for them to actually come back. And so it's really important to go to do the do and then to let that go. And I know that a lot of people are really, really into this anyway.
See you later.
So that's pretty much what hustling with heart means. It's still about remembering that they are people and they're not money, they're not dollars, they're not numbers. They're actually people, and they still need to be, you still need to be connecting on a relationship level first. That's first the most important thing. Even though it's end of month hustle and you've got a time frame, you need to get it done in this time, you can still do that with heart. And you can still get your promotions. It's amazing what magic happens when you allow your action and the universe to work really beautifully together. It's amazing what comes back in. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the 7 P's, which is very cool. And this is a really good way for success to happen. I love this whiteboard. Whiteboard's my thing, it's very cool. So first of all, we're going to talk about, this is going to really help you all to get that momentum going. It's going to really help you to attract the customers to you, to attract the people to you. So this is about doing the do, but it's also about being smart with it and also working with the universe around it. So the first P is problem. So I'm just going to pop a number there because it's a 1. Problem or passion. So when we talk about a problem or passion, so how many of you guys know what problem, like what solution that we have to people's problems? So think about our product, think about our business. What is it that we help people with? What is a really big, huge part of you know, like whatever people are going through at the moment, how can we help them? What solution do we have to their problems?
What's it? Finding the goals.
The what?
Goals.
Goals. Think about our product. Well-being, yeah. Well-being, right, we can help to make them better, right? We can help improve their health, right?
Yeah.
So that is something that we have and that our products can actually help with. What else can our business do?
Help them realize their dreams.
Yeah. Yeah, help them realize their dreams. It can also help them create some extra income. And, you know, goals can be part of that, absolutely. So, and the other thing is, think about, so, you know, that's something that we have a solution to people's problems, because how many people do you know are sick or suffering in some way physically or even mentally? How many people do you know that are not financially well off or not financially stable even, or that could do with some more income? The other thing is, so when we talk about passion, you know, are you passionate about what you're doing? Are you really passionate about the products? Are you really passionate about the business? Are you passionate about helping people improve their health, helping people improve their lifestyle? Because if you're not passionate about it, then it's going to be a lot harder for you to actually make this work. So it's really important to know, to understand fully what solution we have to people's problems, but also, are you passionate about that, and are you sharing that passion? So, because the important thing is, it's for this business is to be turning up every single day and sharing that passion. And then what you want to do is you want to, here's another P word, you want to position yourself to be that person to bring this solution to their problems and bring that passion. So how can you do that? How can you position yourself to do that? So that can be done in many ways. I mean, some people are really good at, like, you know, I know this is something that Tammy does, for example. And so Tammy uses her group. So she has a group that she has created that she is really passionate about. So nutrition is her passion, right, Tammy? You know, I'm speaking for you here, honey. And so she's created this group which is really adding value to people around nutrition and improving their health. But what she does is she also uses that group as a way of sharing her journey and sharing our program with those people. And so she's not only adding value, but she's also getting customers from that group. So if that's something you're passionate about, create a group from that and share in that group. And I'm not saying spam them with Juice Plus every single day or spam them with your business every single day. I'm saying add value mostly, and then, you know, use that group to also, because what we're doing with the business and the products is adding value to their lives anyway, and it's providing a solution to their problems. So think about that. And it's, you know, you can also do that in posting. You know that you can do that in posting. Okay, so when you have passion, you can solve their problems. It's that simple, really. So number two is people. Okay, so when we think about people, what you want to be doing, and this is when we talk about the group, what we can do is you want to create an environment to bring the people to solve their problems or share your passion. And this is where a group is really, really good. A group is a really excellent way of doing this. So whether you create your own group or whether you use another group to do this, groups are amazing for this. I mean, obviously it's better to create your own group because it means that you're not limiting yourself to what you can share. Because often in other groups there are rules around what you can share and what you can't share. So you have to be really careful what it is that you are sharing, and you really want to be adding value into those groups rather than spamming your product all the time. So think about how that you can do that. You can also do that in posting. So, you know, and be the person. So if you're really passionate about wellness and helping people create a better, healthier life, then it's not just about you spamming your news feed on Juice Plus products all the time, but it's also about what can you share that's adding value, that's not just about the product, but it's adding value to their health. What other things can you share? So think about that. I mean, you may not be 100% passionate about wellness so much. It might be more about the business that you're passionate about. So think about what that is that you are passionate about, what part of it that you're passionate about, and create a group from that, or share, add value from that on your news feed. So the other thing is, you know, when we think about people, you want to be finding people who are the same as you, not people who aren't the same as you. So obviously, you know, when we think about me, for example, you know, I love cats. I'm passionate about cats. There's no way I would find a dog group and go into a dog group and start sharing stuff about dogs, because I'm not passionate about it. And those people are going to be completely different from me. They're dog people. I'm not a dog person. So think about what it is that you are really passionate about, and then so either create your own group or find groups around that, because what you're doing is you're aligning yourself with the same people. And when you align yourself with the same people, you are attracting them to you because you have common ground. And so it's going to be easier for you to make friends from that. It's going to be easier for you to have customers, to find customers, and even team members from that. So what you're wanting to do first of all is you're wanting to create a friendship from that. That's the most important thing here. Is we're not out, like I said before, hustling with heart. We're not out there, finding customers necessarily. We're actually creating relationships, and we're building a really good relationship with that person over time. So the next thing, number 3, is plan. So this is plan your work. So when we talk about planning your work, so what is your plan? Is that the right way? It's back to front to me. Can you?
It looks fine.
Oh, okay, that's good. It's just me then. It's obviously just on my screen. So what is your plan? Now, we'll talk about, so when you brought up goals before, Moni. So I just want to explain a little thing about goals. So, when you think about your goals, say, for example, someone tell me a goal that they have.
I want to get to Thailand before the end of the year.
Okay, thanks, Tammy. Anyone else want to share a goal?
I want to understand Teamsy.
Sorry, Moni?
I want to understand Teamsy and use it effectively.
Great, okay. And Pete wants to retire early. I heard that one. When we think about like Tammy and Pete's goal, they are results-based. They are results-based goals. A results-based goal is too big and it's too hard for you to be able to create that. How are you going to action that? It's a really, really big thing to create. When we think about Moni's goal is an action-based goal. And that's what we want to be looking at. Because, so those goals that like Tammy and Pete talked about are like vision board type stuff. Okay, so that's like a vision. That's like a vision. So that's a little bit different. It's like a vision. But a goal is something that is action-based. So how can we make that vision happen through an action-based goal? So what Moni said about wanting to learn Teamsy and understand that's a fantastic goal. So when you think about your goals, you want to think about activity and skills times skills equals results. That's what's going to give you. So think about what activity you need to do to get the result that you want. Because that vision that you have, Tammy, for, yes, it's definitely a goal. Definitely getting to Thailand is a goal. But how are you going to get there? So what steps do you need to take to get there? So it's a little bit like when we think about our survive and our thrive goals, for example. So when we think about how many team members do we want this month? And we think, a survive goal. So if I just just the goal that I need to survive would be, I don't know, maybe 1 team member a month. And then a thrive goal is pushing you outside that comfort zone and doubling it or tripling it. So making it 3 or 4 team members instead. So it's a very similar thing where you can go, okay, well, and it's a more realistic goal because it means that you can actually, what you need to do to make it happen. So to get 1 team member, you guys know exactly what action you need to do, right? You know what activity you need to do. So think about what goal you would like. Moni's got hers. She wants to learn Teamsy and understand a little bit more. So think about a goal that you need in your business that's going to give you the income, Tammy, to get to Thailand. What would be a really good goal for you? An action-based goal. Same with you, Pete. Think about what is a really good action-based goal that's going to retire you.
I definitely need to become a couple of teamies. I need to probably get back to hearing some of your stuff tonight about how to reapproach some people who have had interest in the past is definitely set a few light bulbs off for me. So I'm probably going to start there anyway. Start by going back and approaching some of my old interest and just seeing if they want to have another look. So yeah, I guess at this point in this business, I definitely need some teamies.
Okay, great. So what would a good goal for team mean for you? What would that look like for you, Tam?
If I had 2 in the next 2 months, I'll be doing better than I am at the moment. So I would like to say I've got 2 within a couple of months.
So what about 2 a month? Would that be good?
That would be great. That would be great. I guess I'm probably setting my standards a little bit low.
Yeah.
So maybe also the other thing that I really need to do is actually value myself and set my standards a little bit higher, because I'm undervaluing really what I'm offering people. And that's what I'm hearing when I hear you guys talk, is like just reminding myself that I'm really here to help other people. I'm really here to offer them something awesome. And I think I haven't really been doing that with the business as much. You know, I'm so worried that I'm just going to put someone out of pocket, or sell them a dream that doesn't work for them, because for some reason I know I've got a lot of people who are kind of interested, but then I'm not sure if they're really up to it. And I guess I'm prejudging them a little bit and concerned that I'm setting them up because I don't have belief in them. So that's probably a big thing for me. That's what's probably holding me back, is not believing in other people.
Yeah, and do you know what that reflects? Thank you for sharing, by the way, Tammy, because that's huge what you've just shared. And I saw that Sarah's nodding her head. She's kind of related to what you're saying as well. So, you know, and I guess a lot of us can relate to that, because, you know, there's a lot of me in there too when I first started. But something that I think that when you've got not much belief in other people, it always comes back to also how much belief do you have in yourself.
Yeah.
So think about that.
I have the same fears myself.
Yeah.
I do have the same fears. Yeah.
Yeah. How much do you believe in whether you're capable of doing it and whether you're actually able to lead somebody else? Because that will often
I think I worry about
not
having the time to support them properly as well. So I'm aware that at some point here I'm going to have to sacrifice something to make more time for it, and that sort of is a bit daunting as well.
And it's really interesting when we have all these beliefs, because do you know what? They're never true. They all come from your head. You know what? Yeah. Because look at the team that you've got around you. I mean, you've got Sin above you, you've got me, you know, and you've got all the team around you who are supportive as well. And you've got the team chat group. So it's not like if you start a new team member, you've got no support there, because you 100% have. It's not just about you and what you can do or what you can't do. You are 100% capable, Tammy. And
what really inspires me a lot isn't actually the team I already have, but what inspires me is seeing who comes on, who the new people are, and seeing them grow as well, and seeing their enthusiasm. It's actually really infectious.
Yeah.
And that is, you know, it actually gives me a lot of faith, because I'm like, wow, there's a new person. Oh, there's another new one. Oh, okay, it does happen, you know.
Yeah. It's great. And the other really good thing about this too is when we are stuck in our heads around it's all about me, and you know that it's about, you know, like what Tammy was sharing before, and that's really brave of you to share. We've actually got to take ourselves out of ourselves and think about that person, because we have no idea what's going on for somebody else. We have no idea how hard their life might be right now, and that what you're offering is the best thing that could ever happen to them. They might be really looking for some kind of health boost. They might be looking for some extra income. We don't know that. And so we've actually got to take ourselves out of our own stories and actually look at that person and go, well, I could be offering something that could change this person's life. We just don't know whether that will happen or not. So that's something else really important to remember too, is when we're stuck in our own heads, it's not about us, it's about them. It's always about someone else. So number four is put in the action. I wish my writing was as neat as Kat's. It's never very neat like hers is. So, and this is really cool. There's something that I learned today which is really awesome. But did you know that the law of it, so there is action in the law of attraction? Did you know that? Look at this. There and there is action. Isn't that cool? So that means that working with the law of attraction and having your own action works, guys. It absolutely works. I mean, we know it works, right? But it's really, really important that we work with it, that we use both of them, that, you know, we're not like, you know, asking the universe to please give us what it is that we want, and then just sit back and do nothing and twiddle our thumbs and wait for it all to happen. That's not going to happen. We've still got to put the action in to make that happen. But doing the action without creating the vision is not going to work on its own either. You still have to do both. So that vision is really important. And so having goals is a really important thing. So, so the other thing that I have learned too is action comes from belief. So if you don't believe in something, you are not going to create the action. I mean, how many times do we know that? If you don't believe in a product, you're not going to go out there and sell it. You might if you have to, if it's your job, but you're not going to do it with heart. And you're certainly not going to love what you're doing. So if you have passion for something, you're more likely to action it anyway. The only thing that's going to stop you is your own self, is your own head. So, and the other really good thing about this is as soon as we actually decide to take the action, there is no way that we can actually go backwards. We're only going to expand on that. Any action that we take and alongside the law of attraction is only going to expand us. It's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's never going to get smaller. So it's like the same with a business. The only time your business is not going to work is if you quit, if you don't do anything. If you like just, you know, you have 1 or 2 days off and then it gets too hard to get back into it, and then suddenly you find you haven't posted for a week or reached out to anyone for a week, and then you wonder why your pay is really bad in the next month. So it's the only time that it's never going to happen is if you take no action. No action means no results. Action means results. It might be slower than what you wanted, but it's never going to get to decrease. It's always going to build. And a really good way of seeing this is you can actually see this in your reports. You can actually see this in your graph. If you see that your pay is going up, or your team or your customers are going up like that, even if it's slowly, it's still going up. And it's really, really cool to look back on. So action is really, really important. So decide what it is, what action is. It's really important. Obviously, if you want to use Adam's words, your BAM, your bare ass minimum, or your DMO, your daily method of operation, whatever it is you want to work, what you want to use. Now, the next P is, I'm just going to take that away because we don't need that anymore. Number 5 is proper system. And don't we all know this one? Proper system. So this is making sure that you are using the system. So yes, you're in action. It's really good. You're in action. So what happens when someone's actually interested in the business? What happens when someone actually says, yes, they want to jump into the business? What happens when somebody becomes a customer? Do you know what to do? Do you know what the system is to follow? So this is a really important thing to remember, is to actually use your upline, use their support, because the last thing you want, and I guess Tammy, this is what we were talking about just before, honey, when you were saying about how, you know, you don't know whether you're able to support them, whether you've got the time or anything to support your team. You know, you've got Sin, you've got me. Your Sin might be busy, but you've got me if Sin's busy, you know. So it's not that you have nothing. It's not that you're going to be left, you're going to bring this new team member on and then have no idea how to support them. I mean, look what happened when you brought on Roy. The same thing happened. You had Sin, you had me, and, you know, we helped you get there. So just remember that the most important thing you can do is never freak out because, oh my God, what do I do now? You reach out to your upline, you say, what do I do here? Even if you think it's silly, you just reach out. You follow the system. There is a really good system that works. And so there's always a system for every single thing. And so you make sure that you follow that. And if you're doing that, you're doing the right, you know, you're doing it the right way, you're only going to get results from that. The other important thing is to be teachable. And we've talked about this until we're blue in the face, but you can, being teachable is really important because otherwise you won't grow, right? You won't learn. So number 6 is predict the future. This is really cool because this is like my favorite little ditty, and you guys probably know, you've probably seen on my page that my little description about me is the best way to predict the future is to create it. Yeah, I love it. It's like my favorite statement ever, and it is so, so true. We absolutely, the only way that we're ever going to know what the outcome is going to be is if we are creating it, we're in action creating that. So how do we create that? So think about, so in this is a bit logistical, this part of it. This is where we actually need to track our numbers. So make sure when you start in the business, or when you have new team that start in the business, that you know what their dates are. So you know what their 10-day date, their 30-day date, their 40-day date, and their 60-day date. You know what their dates are. So you know their start date and all of those dates, and you make sure that you tell them that. You know exactly how much. And even for yourself, you know exactly how many points you need, you know what it looks like, so you're writing down your points, you're looking in your reports, and you're seeing exactly how many points you need to get to your promotion, how many days you need to get to your promotion. You're really taking control of that, because it's all very well for your upline to know, but if you're onto it, it means that you're more likely to take action to actually make that happen. Now, another really, really good thing to do, and this is where I'm going to talk a little bit about Teamsy, and I know that Moni has brought that up, and I know that I've talked to some of you about this already, but Teamsy is an incredibly fantastic tool. It helps you to be way more efficient, and it tracks your numbers. Because when you are tracking your numbers, it's a lot easier for you to be able to predict what your future is going to look like in terms of your business. You have a better idea of how much you're going to get paid. You have a better idea of what your business is going to look like in a few months' time than if you were just winging it and just doing the do without actually no real insight.
Tanya, is this an app? Is it an app or something? I don't know what it is.
Teamsy is a tool.
Okay.
So and it would be great for you, Tammy. It's really good for anyone who is time poor. So, you know, maybe you're struggling with, you know, you've got a busy day and you just want to be more efficient with your time, because they have like power hours. So it's like a way of helping you do your DMO that's way more efficient, and it tracks everything. So it helps you do your follow-ups, your reach-outs, and your connects. Obviously, you're still doing your posting and everything else, but it just makes life so much easier. I'm just going to pull it up a little bit and I'm just going to share my screen and just show you all a little bit about what it looks like. excuse me just a mo, I'm still here. I'm just going to go to it. Okay. And now I can share it. So where are we? Where is it? There it is. There. Okay. So you can see that. This is basically Teamsy. And what you get with Teamsy is you get a month's free trial. So your first month is free. And this is what it gives you. So as you can see up here, so this is what we call the power hour. And this is so that this is like doing your DMO, and you can honestly, I do this in 30 minutes. And even though they say that it's an hour, it takes way less time. And so what they've got here is when you go into it, you put in the income that you want to have in your account in a year's time. So you put that in, and then this calculates what you need to do. So how many prospects you need to reach out to every day, how many customers, how many distributors, how many invites you need to send, how many new ads you need to put in. And it tells you exactly what you need to do. And then it tells you who you're talking to every day. So as you can see here, these are my follow-ups. But if I click on prospects, these are all my prospects. So I've done all mine for today, except I just need one more ad. But these are basically everyone who will come up on my list. And all I do is I go in and, hang on, copy and paste. So I'm just going to copy that to Facebook so that she comes up. Goodness me, I need to get rid of these boxes. I've got far too many boxes on here. Oh, I can't be bothered. Okay, so Nadine's coming up. And now I go to her page. Sorry, but slow. I don't know if you can see this or not. Can you see this? Can you see?
Yep.
Yep.
You can, yeah, okay, that's cool. And then I go to message. So then what I'm doing here is I'm just doing a connect, okay? So I can see from her that she actually didn't see my last message, but anyway, that's okay. So I go back to Teamsy. Now the really cool thing about this is, see here it's got scripts. You can click on this and it gives you scripts. So this is a Facebook script and it gives you all these examples that you use. You can even put your own ones in. So I put all of my cold market scripts or my follow-up scripts. I put everything in here as well. So I've got my own ones in here. So you can personalize anything that you want to. So what I can do is go back to Facebook scripts. Okay, so then what I'm doing is I want to send a connect. So then I copy, then I send, and I go back, I stick it in the message, I can change it, and then I go back to Teamsy, I send it, and then I go back to Teamsy, I pop it in here, copy and paste it into here, select the activity, which is a Facebook message, and then I log the connect, and it's done. And you've done one connect in less than a minute. That's how easy it is. So you're not searching through Facebook trying to find someone to connect with, because I spent so much time just scrolling and searching through Facebook to find people to connect with. And then it gives you the next one and the next one. And then you go to customers. So, you know, I think I have 4 customers to connect with every day and 6 prospects and 3 distributors. So it's even with your team, it can help you really manage your team as well. And then you go to distributors and it's the same thing. It gives you all these people to connect with. And then it gives you your follow-ups. So you've also got the option. So down here, you've got invite. So say, for example, you invited someone to an event. So you popped in the little message. You click on invite and you click on, so which one did you invite them to? You invited them to an event. You might have want to invite them to a connection call or maybe a 3-way call, or maybe you want to share an invitation to share the products with them, and then that's an invite, and then it comes up with an instant follow-up. Or if you've talked to someone and you think, oh, I need to follow up with them in a week, then you click on follow up and it gives you a time, and you can even put your own date in of when you need to follow that person up. And it's done. And then on that day, they're going to come up as a follow up. So that's pretty much how simple Teamsy is. It makes your life so much easier. So if anybody wants to make their lives easier, I would 100% recommend Teamsy. And even when you actually, after you've got your first month's trial, I mean, I've only had it for a week and I think it's bloody amazing and I think it's worth all the money. It's actually only about $30 New Zealand, because I think we get as just
for how long? 30 a month? Or?
A month, which is not bad. And I think because we're Juice Plus distributors, we get it for $19 American or something. So I think it works out to be about $30 or something for us. So it's really, really worth it. So in terms of keeping your tracks of everything, the other cool thing I just want to show you with that page too, that I forgot to show you, is when you go down here, you see this? It gives you all your numbers and how well you've done. And then over here on your business page, you can put in like your new customers, your new distributors. It gives you a graph of how well you're doing. It gives you all your numbers, how many times you've connected. I mean, there's so much stuff in here. It's just, it gives you everything. So it keeps a track of all your numbers. The only thing that it doesn't keep a track of is like if people say yes or no. So a really good thing to keep a track of is how many people, so for example, how many people are you inviting to events or links or looking at product every day? And write it down. So at the end of the day, write down how many people you've connected with or that you've invited to something. How many new people are you adding every day? Obviously that shows you in Teamsy, but that's something if you don't have Teamsy, you need to write down how many people. How many people are you talking to? Are you reaching out and starting new conversations with every day? How many follow-ups are you doing every day? Write that down. So at the end of every day, write it down. And it's just a number. And then how many yes and no's are you getting? So these aren't just people that just ghost you or don't actually say anything, but actually how many people are saying yes or no to your messages when you invite them to something. And then also how much commission are you getting? So look at your pay slip every month and how much commission extra are you getting? Is it actually going up? A really good way of doing that is I have like a DMO book where I have all my DMO written down, and then I have all my days and I tick off when I've done them all. So that's a really easy way to track it. You can put in the number. Okay, so I followed up with 5 people today, so you just write 5 in. Or I've connected with 6 people today. I've connected with 2 people today. It might only be 2 people, but it's very simple. And it keeps me accountable, and it's here every day. It sits right on my desk in front of my laptop so that I have to write it down. It's open, it's never closed, it's always open. And once you've got that, see what you can do is, say you've got, I don't know, say you've got follow-ups, you've got 5. Say you've got reach outs, you've got 5. Say you've got invites, you've got 2. And then what you can go to, and then of course that's a day. So then if you think about it, how many is that a month? I'm not good at maths, so don't ask me. I'm not even going to try and work that out. But, hey, you're the maths person, babe. How much that is? That's what, 60, right? If you're inviting 2 people, setting up 2 invites a day, that's what, 60 a month? Yes, it's 60 a month. Oh, I'm not too bad. How many is that a month? Oh, I'm not even going to try. But then, if you're not getting the results that you want, what do you need to do to change that?
Increase them.
That's right. So increase how many of those you're doing every day. So if you're only doing 2 invites and you're not getting the results you want, then either increase it by doubling it's great. So that's why tracking's a really good idea, because it means that, you know, if you have an idea of this is how much I want to this is the commission that I want, or this is the pay that I want, you actually know exactly how to create it, and you're in control. You are in control here, and you know exactly what action you need to take every day. Okay, and the last thing, our last number 7 is prepare for success. I like that one, prepare for success. Yeah, and this is really fun. This is the really fun thing. So, you know, you're doing all the work. So think about, so what preparing for success means, it's just creating that momentum. And so when you're tracking everything and you know exactly what you need to do, you're actually creating momentum. And so find yourself in a really good, so find yourself something that is a non-negotiable for you. And I know that Adam talks about this a lot, but find something that is actually achievable for you, that you are going to do every single day. And this isn't just every single Monday to Friday. This is every single day of the week. It's something that's not going to take you long. So say if it's a Sunday, you decide you want to have a Sunday off. Oh, but it's only going to take you 5 minutes. So it's only 5 minutes out of your Sunday. So say, for example, you might decide, well, I'm going to reach out to 2 people every day. Or you could do what Sarah's doing, and she starts out with reaching out to 2 people, and then she increases it next week to 3. And so how many are you going to end up talking to? It's because you're a rock star girl.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah, so find something that is actually achievable for you, that you can do every day, that is actually going to really bring in that keep that momentum going. That's only going to take you 5-10 minutes at the most, whatever that may be. And as you can see in Teamsy, it takes me like less than a minute to send out one message to one person. So if you can do your DMO in half an hour, you can send out 5 messages in 5 minutes. Definitely. So that's pretty much, I don't know, has anyone got any questions about that? I know I've prattled on for ages, like I do.
That's great, Tanya.
Oh, good. I hope it's helpful. I know the tracking thing can be a little bit much for some people, especially when you're like working full time. I understand that. You know, I'm not working full time anymore, and I do understand that it's really hard when you are. But that's why I have this book, because it makes my life so much easier. It's right there in front of me, and all I'm doing is sticking the. I mean, I've got all my numbers in there, so I've got what I'm doing and how many. So I've got that I'm doing 5 reach outs every day, and I've got that I'm posting 3 times a day. And so, and all I do is tick it off. But if you want to go write in reach outs and then write in how many you do instead of ticking it, if that works for you, then do that. Especially if you're like you guys, most of you on here who are working full time, and the only time you've got to do your DMO is after work. And so you're doing it all right at the same time. You're taking half an hour and going, right, I'm doing this now. And so it's right there. You can write them all down as you're doing it. Yeah, so I don't know if that's helpful.
Yeah.
Questions? No?
No.
Seriously? No questions? Great. Okay, well, I will let you go then, because it's been nearly an hour and I've been going on. So I'm just going to stop recording.